Man, I feel like so many times we limit ourselves mentally based off the results we get. Man, for so much of my life, I let my results and I let the outside world kind of dictate how I should feel about myself, and therefore it'll fuck me up mentally. And I think that goes on with a lot of us, right? A lot of us, we get rejected a couple times, or we don't want to go for what we want, or we think we can't do something, or we listen to outside opinions, and that shit, you know what I'm saying, that shit prevents us from doing what the fuck we want to do. And a lot of us are literally going through that. We let exterior things, we let exterior results dictate how we should feel about ourselves, stop us from doing things, stop us from taking risk. You know what I'm saying? We're scared to go for what we want. But what it starts with is that belief in your mind. I know some of y'all may feel like, man, I would love to start like a YouTube channel, or I would love to start this business, but we let that fear kind of hold us back. Like, damn, like what if that shit don't work out? Or what if, you know what I'm saying? What if I post videos and people are laughing at me? So we let what the outside world would think kind of stop us. You know what I'm saying? And that's no way to go about things. Like I say, the battle was first won in your mind. And for so much of my life, I would let other people kind of dictate how I should be moving. And when you do that, naturally, you're going to always come up short. You're going to always come up short, because what that means is I'm not finna be doing what it takes every day to get to where I want to go to, because I already feel like I'm not going to make it anyway. So if you already feel like you're not going to make it anyway, everything you do, that shit not going to matter. It ain't going to matter, man. This is why you got to literally learn how to put yourself first. Learn how to care about what you think. Learn how to put your goals first. I'm going to tell y'all straight up until I was the age of about probably like 24, I always thought anytime I interacted with a woman, it's only a matter of time before she stopped dealing with me. I always had that mindset because it happens every time. But as soon as I start to change my mindset, like, oh, I already know she gonna mess with me, but let me see if this is the best woman for me. When I started to have that mentality, things changed. The same thing with YouTube. When I got on YouTube, man, I used to think like, damn, when I first started making videos like 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, shit, I ain't gonna get no views. Of course I ain't getting no views. But when I switched my mentality of like, let me provide valuable content, let me provide valuable experience that people can relate to, things started to change. So it's all a mindset shift. You know what I'm saying? Because too many of us, a lot of dudes, man, we focus on these exterior things. Like, y'all know how women, we all understand how women say online they want the 6-figure package, right? A guy that makes 6 figures, a guy that's 6 feet tall. So a lot of us, we take that and we think like, man, if I'm not 6 feet tall, she not gonna want me. So we focus on these exterior things, and then we blame the exterior shit for why we're coming up short. That ain't it. It's your mentality. Because at the end of the day, there's not a lot of dudes out here that got all the 6s. So it's really your mindset. So a lot of dudes, you start to blame like, oh, I don't got enough money. Well, if you had a lot of money, you would just get finessed. Oh, I'm not tall enough. Well, she's dating a 5'6" dude in real life. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, we make these. Now, yeah, you should always be leveling up for sure. Hell yeah, you got to level up. But when we use exterior things as reasons of why we're coming up short, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bullshit. Because you got to understand, the internet is different than real life. If you can't dissect, if you can't differentiate the two, you're going to be losing. You know what I'm saying? Because in real life, what it comes down to is having good conversational skills, taking care of your hygiene, presenting yourself well. When you have those things, women are open. But online, obviously, the internet is a different game. It is a different game when you're using the dating apps and you're using Instagram. But a lot of us, we take these, what women say online, we take, oh, I got rejected a couple times, and we feel like because the outside world of these little amount of experiences don't fuck with me, I'm not good enough. And we just accept that shit. Like, that's what I used to do. For so long, I felt like a fucking loser. I felt like a loser, like, for most of my life inside, because I had no control over my life. A lot of us don't have control. Our control comes from the people we want to be like, or the woman we want. We get the control and the validation. It has to come from them. And when we don't get it from them, we have no value. We have no, you know what I'm saying? We have no morals. We have no integrity because we're looking for all these outside people and things to make us feel wholesome. And that's not how it's going to happen. You have to make yourself feel wholesome. So it's always bullshit when dudes kind of point to like, oh, this is the reason why I'm not getting women. This is the reason why I'm not being successful. No, the reason why you're not being successful is because you're not being successful up here. And like, as you change your mindset, man, you start to see, man, a lot of this shit be bullshit, man. A lot of people be fake, man. Dudes be fake. Women be fake. Things are really fake, man. It's when you really open your eyes up and you're not like in this imaginary state where you think, oh man, I want to be like this, or I need a lot of money to mess with this girl. A lot of those girls you want to mess with will finesse you. They not good for you. Yeah, they look good on the outside, but they really demons. You know what I'm saying? So even salt looks like sugar is what you got to understand. So I think that's what you got to really understand, is that a lot of these situations or things that you think you want, or these things that are holding you back, they're not even really good for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you're coming from that mindset of like needing outside validation to make you feel good, or to make you have purpose, or if I get that woman one day, I can really do what I want. When you have that type of mentality, what you got to understand is you're going to always feel like a loser. You're going to always come up short because that shit ain't real. You got to have your mind right. Everything starts with the mental. If the mental is not right, everything else going to be jacked up. And that's what I never understood. I didn't know when I was 19 or 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 that you can change your mindset. I ain't know that. I thought the way you thought was the way you was going to think forever. So it's very important that you change your mindset, man, especially when dealing with women. Because dealing with women is like holding a mirror up. They're just going to reflect what you reflect. So if you have a poor mindset, they're going to treat you like that shit. They're going to treat you like a scrub. But if you have the right mindset, you confident in you, you're going to see the real them. You're going to see, damn, does she rock with me or does she not rock with me? You'll be able to see it. But you can't see it when you blinded, when you relying on other people to make you feel good. You'll never see it. And what it takes to get to that point is understanding, for one, being able to self-reflect. How are you showing up in people's life? What are you constantly thinking about all the time? Are you constantly in a bad, negative mindset? You know what I'm saying? Whatever situation we in, we got to understand, if you want to get out of it, we got to take massive action. A lot of us don't take massive action. We stay stuck in what we're in. So a lot of us get comfortable in being a loser, comfortable in having the wrong mindset. And when you stay within that, you can't elevate. When you stay within the self-pity, how the fuck you gonna elevate? So that's the question you got to really ask yourself. To elevate, you have to have the right mentality. That's so important. Because the thing is, once you have full control up here, man, everything else becomes easy, man. Like I said, man, like life is always going to be life, man. The storms are going to always come, but the sun will shine. You know what I'm saying? You will get out your situation. But also, too, if you don't get your mind right, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. You know what I'm saying? If you want a gorgeous woman who's feminine, she wants a man who believes in himself, a man that is assertive, a man that's a leader, a man with a plan. And when you're looking for her to lead the way, you're never going to really get what you want. You're going to always be unhappy because it's unrealistic. A lot of us have unrealistic standards for people. We think other people, other situations are supposed to fulfill us. And that's not, you have to fulfill yourself. And then everything else is icing on the cake. That's how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's always about putting yourself first, man, for sure. And the thing is, I've been on both ends of this because for most of my life, like I said, I was in a negative mind state. I let other people control me. I was a super follower. And then one day I snapped out of it, man. I snapped out of it. I started getting into self-help. You know what I'm saying? I started getting into understanding who I was. I started spending that time alone with myself and figuring out, man, I have the power to think my own thoughts. I have the power to make my own life, to create the life I want. I ain't got to fold to what I think other people want from me. What I can do is rock with the people who want to rock with me. That's the mind state that you got to have, man. So, man, hopefully this message hits somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important to keep your mentality right, your mind right, especially in this world, this crazy world that we living in, man. So make sure you stay up, man. That's my video for today, man. Appreciate you guys as always, man. Love you guys, man. And until the next time, guys, deuces.